Have you ever made a decision that seemed brilliant at the time, but later made you ask, what was I thinking?
I am not young enough, or fertile enough, or financially stable enough to even do another round of IVF, and...
In this video, we're looking into the wild world of women making questionable choices, from disastrous dating decisions to career moves that didn't quite go as planned. The most debated example for the last few years is the story of Khalifa. Her decision to join the adult film industry is her lifelong regret.
The reason I switched to OnlyFans is, honestly, it was meant to just be not... I needed to raise $100,000 to send to the Lebanese Red Cross after the Beirut blast, and I thought, OnlyFans, everyone's on OnlyFans, it'll be the best way to make money. And then I got shit for using money I made off OnlyFans to donate to the Lebanese Red Cross. People were like, how dare you send this dirty whore money to Lebanon? We don't need this. Like, what?
Wait, what?
So
like you can't do anything.
You're not in a position to pick and choose where the money is coming from.
At first, Khalifa's decision to start a career in the adult film industry may have seemed like a daring move, but in fact, it was a decision she now regrets.
I think people assume that I am just loving the success and loving everything that I've gotten because of it, and they don't really understand that, no, I really didn't want this after I quit. I went off the grid, I worked 2 normal jobs, I really tried to make normal life work again because I thought, okay, I got out early enough. I don't, I can still salvage what's left of my life. Right. And after a year of trying to do that, I realized it wasn't the case.
She explained that during her period in the industry, she mentioned they were treating her like a toy. Can you believe it? A little toy. Not even one of those you can get in a Happy Meal. As for the catchy title she had with her short appearance, Khalifa has always been clear to say it was not all fun and games, but rather a very serious and lasting thing in her life. She's spoken out about how her decision, made in her early 20s, continues to haunt her. Mia has compared the entire experience to being stuck in a bad episode of The Twilight Zone, the one where the choices you make follow you around forever, like a bad tattoo you got in college. She's been candid about how her 3-month career has overshadowed everything else she's done, making it difficult to be seen as anything other than her past. But here's the kicker. Even though she's tried to leave that chapter behind, the internet is like that one ex who just won't move on. No matter what she does, Mia's past keeps popping up, like that embarrassing Facebook photo from 2009 you thought you deleted. And she is not the only adult actor regretting her choices, which takes us to the next woman.
I'm stepping back from doing.
So what shifted? What changed?
Over the past few months, I've become really unhappy and regretting certain decisions that I've made.
Yeah. Like regretting just like making that kind of content, or like just
there's so many different factors. The first one is my parents. It took a while for them to be proud of me. I don't think they like what I do. And that's like hard, not being able to talk to them about like my career.
Sky Bree, the adult content creator who skyrocketed to fame on platforms like OnlyFans, is now having second thoughts about her risque career path. With a fan base that's grown faster than a viral TikTok, you'd think she's living the dream. But while the dollars may be rolling in, Sky is starting to feel the sting of something money can't buy.
I don't have sex in my free life, but in my actual day-to-day life or anything.
Really?
Like with normal people, no. Any sex that I have is on camera. And it's not that much. Like people, it's weird because the internet thinks that I'm like crazy and I'm out like fucking everyone, but I really don't have sex that often at all.
Yeah, unless you're at this performing.
Yeah. And that's the thing, I don't want it to be like that anymore. Because I think I lost track of like sex is special and I want to be able to experience that again.
Yeah, the intimacy in it and not just like the performance of it.
Yeah.
Moving away from adult content creators to women whose past experiences made them lose a good man and only realize when it's late.
I'm sitting here with just this horrible realization. I have spent most of my days figuring out how I can become physically, mentally, financially, spiritually healthy enough to be able to afford and take care of a child. And not only have I taken that time, but I've done the math, and it does not work out. I am not young enough, or fertile enough, or financially stable enough to even do another round of IVF, and at 36, like, I'm sorry, like, you're gonna say, like, you have time, like, I don't. Because I can't spend another minute of my life trying to make something work when I'm just fighting upstream. I don't have a support system. I don't have the money. I don't have the resources or the community. And it just kills me. It kills me that I had embryos with my ex-husband that were viable, and they're just gone now. And my future with those children and my life as a mother is just, it's gone. And it's not just that it's gone, it's the fact that it was decided for me by so many other people and factors. And that's what kills me. Because it was not my choice. And I'm angry. And I'm heartbroken.
Being a 36-year-old woman with no child and no husband can feel like you're the last slice of cake at a party that everyone forgot about. Lonely, slightly stale, and definitely not where you thought you'd end up. You spent your early years hustling, chasing that career, and stacking up money like it was going out of style. Who needs love when you've got a fancy handbag collection, right? Well, fast forward to 36 and suddenly, those things don't seem to keep you warm at night or ask how your day was. Now, instead of dinner dates and diaper duty, your evenings are filled with Netflix marathons and the company of your potted plants. Sure, you've got your independence and a killer resume, but when you're scrolling through social media, seeing old friends with their growing families, it's hard not to wonder, what if?
And I feel like he has moved on, and he is healed and moved on and doesn't care about me, which I don't want him to come back into my life, but it still just sucks, you know? I'm honestly really sad right now, if you can tell. That's like the weirdest thing about grief is like, didn't cry for 2 days, was good for 2 days, and now I'm by myself, and it's just like the hurricane, like it's here again, you know? It's, the tsunami is back. Like, it's just so hard, and like, I'm frustrated because I, my whole world got disheveled, and I feel like he has moved on, and he is healed and moved on and doesn't care about me, which I don't want him to come back into my life, but it still just sucks, you know? I can't imagine, thank you guys for sharing stuff, like stories that you've gotten through this and it's been however many years, because I could not imagine that. I can't imagine being with someone for a really long time and going through this, Sorry if you can hear my cat literally playing in the background. Like, I was only with him for 4.5 years, 1 year married. I could not imagine, though, being with him for longer and this happening, but it's just so sad sometimes, and it's like so hard to have to learn how to do life by yourself again. Like, you don't have that person to call all the time or that best friend to go do things with, and that's what scares me. I've never truly been alone and worked on myself, and I'm terrified of it. Not me crying on the internet more, but I just want to share all of it, the good and the bad, so that I have this to look on a year from now and know that I did heal, but also to help anybody else who's going through heartbreak. Like, heartbreak sucks. It sucks so bad. You like physically feel the pain, emotionally, mentally, everything. And again, I had 2 really, really good days. Did not cry at all those 2 days. And then, as soon as I'm by myself, or as soon as, I do something or something triggers me, it just all comes flooding back, and like, it's just a lot. Grief sucks. This whole thing sucks so bad, and I'm literally praying and thinking about anybody else going through a divorce or a really bad heartbreak, because this shit sucks.
Divorce often feels like a fresh start, a way to reclaim independence and leave behind the struggles of a rocky marriage. But for some women, What begins as a liberation can turn into deep regret. Imagine finally signing those divorce papers, believing you're escaping a life of arguments and unmet expectations, only to realize later that maybe, just maybe, you let go of something valuable. For one woman, the reality of life post-divorce hit harder than she expected. At first, the quiet evenings felt like peace, but soon they turned into loneliness. She started to miss the little things, his laugh, his morning coffee routine, even the quirks that used to annoy her. Dating again felt exhausting, and no one measured up to the man she once had. As the months passed, she couldn't help but wonder if the problems they faced could have been solved, if the love they once shared could have been rekindled. What began as a quest for freedom ended with her questioning whether she acted too quickly, letting regret take hold. All right, guys, we've come to the end of this video, and if you enjoyed it, do well to click on the like and subscribe buttons. Don't forget to check other videos on our playlist. We've got some amazing contents for you. See you in our next video.